প্ৰিয় শিক্ষাৰ্থীসকল, কৃষ্ণকান্ত সন্দিকৈ ৰাজ্যিক মুক্ত বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ বিদ্যায়তনিক দৃশ্য শ্ৰাব্য অনুষ্ঠানটিলৈ আপোনালোকক স্বাগতম জনাইছো। স্বয়ং প্ৰভা DTH চেনেল 20ৰ যোগেদি শিক্ষাৰ্থীসকলৰ অধ্যয়ন কাৰ্য অধিক মনোগ্ৰাহী আৰু ফলপ্ৰসূ হোৱালৈ লক্ষ্য ৰাখি বিভিন্ন বিষয় সামৰি আমাৰ এই বিদ্যায়তনিক অনুষ্ঠানটি সজোৱা হৈছে। আহকচোন প্ৰিয় দৰ্শকসকল, আমাৰ আজিৰ খণ্ডটিৰ মাজলৈ আগবাঢ়ো।
Hello learners, today we will discuss about the unit number 7 entitled Creativity from your course 2 of MA Education. I am Dr. Archana Adhikary. We will discuss this topic with you in two parts. The first part will discuss about the meaning of creativity, its characteristics, factors that influence in creativity, what are the steps that are involved in creativity, and the characteristics of a creative person, with the help of which we can identify who is creative or not. Then we will summarize and end the part. So let's start. So what is creativity? We all are anxious to know who is a creative person, because creativity is such a term which is essential for development of new things, new ideas, innovative ideas to make a process, whatever it nation and activity, successful one. So basically, creativity essentially relates to the potentials of an individual for generating new idea, forms and practices. So basically what it means, it relates to the potential or qualities of an individual, of a person, which are helpful in generating new ideas, innovative ideas. Because creativity itself is a term which is concerned with innovativeness. It is the result of convergence of the basic cognitive process, core domain knowledge, and environmental, personal, and motivational factors. We know that in the rest course units of the particular courses, you have come to know about many things about psychology. Learning, motivation, transfer of learning, all these things you have come to know. So you have come to know that this creativity is a part of a cognitive process of an individual. It includes the core domain knowledge and environmental factors, because for a person to be creative, he needs some motivational factors, he needs some environmental factors which the parents, the school, the family can provide him. As well as it is also personal. He must have the particular quality. Then only he can be considered as a creative person. Then it is the capacity to produce something that is both new and adaptive. Yes, important thing. It is the capacity through which a person can produce something that is new as well as adaptive. And it is also not important that every time the creative person should produce new thing. He can also adapt the old thing into a new term. That is also a creative activity. It is a complex phenomenon as it is determined by a wide range of factors. Because in creative process there are lots of factors which we will discuss in the later part. Therefore, it is a comprehensive and complex phenomenon. There are lots of definition you will get in the SLM or in the textbook of psychology, but the definition I have put it here is Simpson. He said that creative thinking involves new forms of thinking away from the traditional forms. Generally, we all are in a habitual form to think in the traditional mode or form. But creative thinking are not like that. It always go for a new form, which is always away from the traditional one. It involves a curiosity, imagination, research, novelty, etc. Because where a creative person is always in strive, it's a charge of a new thing. He strives for novelty. He doesn't go for the existing one. Therefore, he needs what? Curiosity. What is going on? He is always curious. He is always imaginative. And he always look for the novelty, research. That is why he is a creative person. As well as creativity is a very precious and unique quality in an individual, because we all are not creative. There are lots of people in a state, in a school, or in the world. There are lots of people, millions of people. But among all these people, few, only a few, or a few is a creative. Why? Because it is a precious kind of quality, unique kind of quality, as it enables the person to solve the complicated problem in the different walks of life. He can think in a new way, he can solve the problem in an innovative way, which is very precious and unique. Therefore, it is a unique and precious quality of a person. That is the main concept of creativity. Basically, it is a complex, it is a very unique phenomenon that happens to a particular person. Then what are the characteristics on the basis of which we can determine the concept of creativity? First one is universal. Yes, creativity is universal in nature. Yeah, there are few particular person who have the particular quality of creativity, but it is universal in nature. Anyone in the world can have this particular potentiality. Therefore, it is universal. Then novelty. Creativity is always considered dealt with novelty. What is novelty? Novelty is the ability to produce something new, as well as belong aside along with creating something new. It also go for creating or the adapting the old thing in a new form. Therefore, it always concerned with the novelty. Then divergence. Creativity always involves divergent thinking more than the convergent thinking. It is always different from other, always divergent. Then there are some condition for creativity. What it is? Requires free atmosphere. Yes, if a person have to think something new, he need a free atmosphere. In a very controlled and imposing position or imposing situation, he cannot think. He have to think, he have to imagine for novelty, for innovation, and for this he required a free environment. Then wide scope. Creativity has a very wide horizon. It includes all aspects of human life. It is not like that creativity only includes the academic field. No. In any area, in any walks of life, it may be art, it may be drama, it may be cooking also. Creativity can occur. So its horizon is very wide. It's not confining to a particular aspect of human life. Then innate as well as acquired. Yes, creativity is a natural endowment. A person can be creative by inborn. He may have this quality by innate. But it's also acquired. It may be also be acquired. One's creativity may be the function of natural endowment as well as its nurturing. Means it is the product of nature and nurses. Means what? Yes, creativity is acquired by birth. But if we do not nourish it, if we do not make proper care of it, then it will vanish. So, therefore, it is termed as innate as well as acquired. Then, adventurous and open thinking. Creativity is adventurous and open thinking. For creative thinking, we have to open our mind. Open up our mind. If we are controlling our mind, if we are limiting our mind to a particular area, we cannot be adventurous. We have to be adventurous. We have to explore. Then only we can imagine. Then only we can create. That is creativity. Then process as well as product. Creativity is both process and product. It is not like that creativity is only productive. We have to process it. Through processing, it becomes a product. So creativity is both process and product. Then individualistic as well as socialistic. Creativity is individualistic approach, yes, in the beginning, because when a person thinks, he thinks from his own individual point of view. But later on, it becomes socialistic because he gave it to us. He leave it to us, the society, and other person society accept it. Because whenever something new happen, first of all, the particular thing comes from the particular person. Then we accept it. That means what? We accepting the individualistic view from socialistic part. Therefore, creativity is both individualistic as well as socialistic. Now, we will discuss the factors that are responsible or that are influencing or affecting the creativity. What are the factors that are essential for creativity? If we want our child to be creative, then we have to provide some factors, or we have to provide some particular environment. And what are they? First is motivation. If a child want to do something, that means what? He has some reason for it. The first reason is motivation. The school teachers, the parents, and his friends must motivate him. That's why he is, encouraged to do something new. So, we all the teachers, the parents must motivate our child because all are endowed with some creative qualities. Thus, the thing is what? We have to motivate them. We have to push them to do that. And that is motivation. Courage. Child may get motivation, but if they do not have that kind of courage, then they cannot make new things, new ideas. For this, we have to encourage them. They must gain the courage. And after that, it will be helpful for them to go for a new and innovative idea. Then experiences, yes, of course. To be creative, we must have some experiences in the line or in the area which we are focusing on. If it is a artistic area, we must have some artistic experiences. If it is in any sport area, any literature area, then we must also have some experiences. So experience is another factor that is responsible or is influencing creativity. Then resources, of course. I want to make something, or you want to make something. You are motivated, you have courage, you have experiences, but you don't have any resources for it. How can you make it? How can you go for it? It's impossible. So for this, we need some resources in any form, in any kind, which will be applicable to the particular area. So resources are important. And who will give us the resources? The management, the governance. If it is school, the school have to provide the particular resources. Suppose if it is about the writing poem, writing stories, or doing something performance, then it must have a proper stage, proper platform. It must provide some particular resources in terms of paper, pencil, art skills, colors, all these things. Resources, any kind of resources, the management or the school should provide. Then pressure and challenges, yes, of course. Sometimes we have witnessed some people who are considered or who have turned to creative person because of challenges or pressure they have faced in their life. There may be some children, there may be some person who have faced lots of challenges in his life, and out of that, because of that, he has turned to a creative person, because challenges has put him such kind of motivation that he is supposed to do that. Yes, I have to do this because I am challenging. I have faced this problem, therefore I must solve it. Because creativity is itself something that it helps the person to solve problem. Creative person have lots of solution. So if they have faced challenges, they are able to They are able to derive some solution also. Then space and time, of course, they must. If we have to be creative, if we want our child to be creative, we must give them free space and free time. Because in a controlled environment, controlled condition, they cannot think, they cannot imagine. So we have to give them free time. so that they can utilize in a productive way. So that were the factors. Now we will discuss about the steps. Steps in creativity. What are the steps? When a creative person creates something new, it is not like that he has just created yesterday only. It has a process. He has to go long way for the process. He have to follow some procedures. What are they? It may be, individual, but psychologists have divided it in some ways. So some have divided it into 4 stages, some have divided into 5, and some into 7. So it differs from psychologist to psychologist. But in general view, creativity is believed to follow the following stages. First one is preparation. Yes, of course. If a creative person have to develop something new, give something new, first of all he have to find out what are going on. For this he have to prepare himself or herself. He have to see what is going on, what are the problem. So for this he identify the problem. He prepare himself. This is the first step. Then incubation. So what incubation means? Here in this case, he leave the problem. He doesn't think much about the problem. He just leave it. Then he give space to his unconscious mind to get some solution for it. Because when we are thinking much about a particular problem, we are becoming confused. We get confused. We don't get proper solution. But when we leave it, when we are free, our subconscious minds also become free, and then it gives us proper cue. Therefore it is incubation. Then illumination. So all of a sudden we get some solution. Okay, so as we are leaving our problem free, all of a sudden some new thinking comes to our mind. Therefore it is illumination. And at last we verify it. The creative person verify it as the solution. So these are basically the 4 steps of creativity. First is preparation, incubation, illumination, and verification. Then we will discuss the characteristics of a creative person. As a teacher, as a parent, we sometimes may fail to identify our creative children, creative students. So for this, it is very essential to know what are the characteristics a creative person possesses. Because creativity is a natural endowment. It is innate. The child get it by birth. But if they are not identified, not nourished, it will vanish. So it is very essential for the teacher to identify it, very essential for the parents to find out it. So what are they? First is originality of ideas. Creative person have always have their own original ideas and expression. They do not follow others. They do not depend on others' thinking. They have their own ideas, and those ideas are original in nature. Then they have the adaptability and a sense of adventure. They have independent way of thinking. They think in an independent way. They have independent judgment. They do not follow or depend on others for giving any judgment to any activity or any matter. They have their own independent judgment. Then they have high degree of awareness, enthusiasm, and concentration. Then they have investigative and curious nature. Yes, of course. At a particular stage, we find out that all children become curious to know something new. So at that moment, it is the right moment for the teacher and the parents to find out these characteristics in the child and nourish it. Because they have some curiosity to know about the world, know about the nature, know about the outer art. Therefore, we have to keep proper mind on it. Then they have fluency in expression. They can fluently express their views. They have flexibility in thought, perception, and action. They have good memory and a general knowledge. And they have ambitious nature. They have the diversity and divergence of thought. Of course, I have already stated that divergence is an important characteristic of creativity. As such, they have divergence of thought. Then spontaneity and ease of expression. They can express their view spontaneously and with ease. They have respect for others' opinion too. Though they have their original thinking, independent thinking, they also respect the others' opinion. And they have large number of ideas and solution to problem. Because they are creative. They have when you approach to a creative person for a particular problem, particular person, they can give you lots of solution because they have their independent thinking, independent judgment. So on the basis of these qualities, these are not the list. We have other characteristics also, but these are basically the important characteristics of creative person, on the basis of which we can identify creative person, creative student, or creative children at our home. So we have come to the last part of this discussion. What we have learned, what we have discussed. We have discussed about creativity, which is essentially a potential of an individual for generating new ideas and forms and practices. They have lots of characteristics that are universality, novelty, divergence. Then there are some factors who are responsible for creativity. What are those? Motivation, resources, courage, experiences. We have also discussed about the step involved in creativity in terms of preparation, incubation, illumination, and verification. Then there are a number of characteristics that we have just discussed through which we can identify a creative person. So this is in this part we have discussed about the first part of the unit. In the second part we will discuss about the remaining part of the Unit 7. Thank you. Hello learners. In this discussion, we will discuss about the remaining part of unit number 7, that is from your creativity unit. So in the first unit, first part of the unit, we have discussed about the basic concept, its characteristics and factors of creativity. In this discussion, we will discuss about the relationship between creativity and intelligence, creativity and education, as well as we will discuss about the role of school in the promotion of creativity as well as the role of the home in the promotion of creativity. Then we will summarize the lesson and end the unit. So let's start. So in the first part we have discussed that creativity is a potential which helps in generating new ideas and novelty or in innovative forms. But there is a common thinking or common saying that intelligence and creativity are interrelated. But what actually it is, we have to discuss. As you are a student of educational psychology, you know that intelligence and creativity both are psychological attributes. Though creativity cannot be separated from intelligence, it is not necessary that only the person with high IQ can create something new. So most important thing here. It is not necessary that a person with high IQ can create something new. That means what? Intelligence is not the only condition for creativity. A person with average intelligence can also bring new ideas, new objects, and new discovery. Intelligence and creativity are not the essential condition of each other. However, a certain level of intelligence is necessary for successful creative expression. Though we have discussed that intelligence is not a condition essential condition for creativity, but a certain level of intelligence is essential, because a person with low zero IQ cannot make any new thing. A certain level of intelligence is essential, but you should remember that this is not the only condition, and we can say that there are relationships between creativity and intelligence, but they are not essential condition for each other. A quotation I have quoted here by Keanu and Kirby. He said that an individual can be extremely bright but uncreative, or a highly creative but not necessarily intellectually gifted. That means what? An individual can be highly bright, or he may have high IQ, but he may not be creative. But a creative person, but a highly creative but not necessarily intellectual gifted. The same thing they are focusing on, that intelligence and creativity are not essentially related. Then, relationship between creativity and education. Yes, creativity is totally an individualistic potential, but how education comes here, we have to discuss. Though creativity is a natural endowment, appropriate opportunities, proper training and education is necessary for creative expression. Yes, creativity is a natural endowment. A child can attain it by birth. It may be his natural endowment. But if he is not identified properly by his teacher, properly by his parents, he cannot develop his creative potentiality. For creative potentiality, for its expression, it needs a proper training, proper environment. And the environment can be given by the education. Because creativity is considered a significant component of an individual's personality. So education also encompasses development of creative abilities when it indicates all-round development. Because we all know that education emphasizes on all-round development of the child. It is the basic primary objective of education, and creativity is a component of an individual's total personality development. And as such, education put emphasis on it for its proper development. Education therefore should provide the children appropriate conditions and opportunities for proper growth and development of their creative abilities. So when we think about, or when we discuss about education in terms of promoting creativity, who will do it? The teachers. Because teachers are the main central point of education. So they must pay proper attention for the promotion of creativity in the child. It is the first and foremost duty of the teacher to identify the creative person and provide them the platform where they can nourish it. So how they will do it? They can do it, or they will do it by providing opportunity for artistic expression, by organizing, by attending, or by creating artistic competition or any kind of activities. They can provide the artistic expression for the particular creative children or children. Then healthy and atmosphere of her creative expression. The teacher must encourage, because courage or encouragement is the important condition for creativity. The teacher should provide healthy atmosphere. They should always encourage. They should not push them back. Rather, they should encourage them for expressing their creativity. Then, encouragement for imbibing good qualities like self-confidence, self-reliance, by encouraging them to do any kind of activity which generates self-confidence, self-reliance, self-feeling. They can help the child for promoting their creative qualities. Then opportunities for the creative work in school curriculum. Yes, school curriculum can be used as one of the important medium for promoting creativity. Various kind of creative activities can be included in the school curriculum. Artistic, literature, any creative activity can be included or advised to do in as a part of the school curriculum. Then application of different special technique and method like brainstorming, gaming, then teaching models like Barner's concept attainment model. I think you all have come across this technique in your first semester fourth paper. Then fostering creativity among the children through applying different kind of scientific and activity based method. The teacher can promote creativity, as well as they can apply different models. There are different models of teaching, and these models can be applied by the teacher for promoting creativity among the student. Then helping pupil to apprehend and think over the often eventualities of their own actions. So they can be asked or they can be encouraged to evaluate their own action, what they have done. It is good or bad. If it is good, it's okay. They are advised to encouraged to make it better. If it is not good, then they should be advised or encouraged to make it good by applying different kind of innovative ideas, novel ideas. This can also encourage or promote creativity in the child. Then encouraging children to draw inferences of their own accomplishment. Yes, what they have accomplished. By drawing out the inference also they can be encouraged to promote creativity among the children. So these are not the list. The teacher can list out lots of activities, lots of means through which they can promote creativity among the child. The teacher's role is very important because they are guiding the child. They are molding the child. So they should pay special attention in finding out the creativity among or creative child among the class. Then we have the home. Other than the school, this is the home where the child spends lots of his time, and home is the first school for the child. So the parent, especially the father, mother, and other guardian, must identify the creative nature of their child so that they can nourish it, provide proper attention, provide proper resources and environment to develop it. So how they can do it? By monitoring and directing the use of resources like TV, computer, mobile, internet, etc. Nowadays, we have seen that the addiction to the mobile TV is increasing day by day. So that parents can monitor it and direct its use, because technology have given us lots of good thing, but besides its good thing, it have some negative impact also. So leaving it, we have to think on its creative and structural use. So the parents can make a very important role in this part. Then encouraging creative expression by their children by use of by different play, different interest, hobbies in the family. By sharing hobbies, interests like flying, doing puzzles, sport, painting, they can also be encouraged. Taking care of the emotional environment, very important, because we have come to know that for creative expression, the creative person or the particular person need free space and time. So the parents should take proper care of in this fact that they should not provide imposition. They should not be imposed to do something. They should be given free time and space so that they can think, imagine from their own point of view and create something new. Then permitting the children to ask questions without any hesitation. Yes, at a particular stage, the child become very curious and they are going on asking question without any interruption. So, the parents should take proper care of it, because if they are given proper answer, the creativity will be developed. Otherwise, it will be suppressed. So the parents should take proper care of in all these things, not at a particular stage, but even after birth, because it is a natural endowment. Then another important thing is allowing children to make mistakes and take chances. Yes, we learn from mistake. We learn from challenges. We learn from problem. So we should let our child to face challenges. We should let our child to make mistake. Through mistakes only, they will learn. They will learn. Yes, we should not, scold them for doing mistake. Instead, we should let them do mistake. Through mistake, they will learn, but we should take special care so that they do not make repeated mistake. Because creativity is something like that which is in a state of development or generation out of the challenges and problem. Therefore, we can say that the home and the school are the most important factors or the condition or environment who can provide the best out of best to the child for development of their creative nature. So what we have discussed in this part? We have discussed about the relationship of creativity with intelligence, and what we have gained that intelligence and creativity are not the essential condition of each other. However, a certain level of intelligence is necessary for successful creative expression. Then education should provide the children the good condition and opportunities for full growth and development of the particular creative abilities. And when we talk about education, it comes to the school and the teacher. The school as well as the home can influence a lot in the development of creativity by taking lots of care, by sharing their hobbies, and doing lots of things that we have discussed in the discussion. So in this way, we have come to the end of this unit, and I hope that you are able to clarify your doubt regarding the creativity, its aspect, factors, step, and the role of teachers and school and the home in developing creativity in the particular children or among the children. Thank you.
ইমান সময় আমি স্বয়ংপ্ৰভা DTH চেনেল 20 যোগে সম্প্ৰচাৰিত কৃষ্ণকান্ত সন্দিকৈ ৰাজ্যিক মুক্ত বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ বিদ্যায়তনিক অনুষ্ঠানটিৰ আজিৰ খণ্ডটি উপভোগ কৰিলো। এই বিদ্যায়তনিক অনুষ্ঠানটিৰ জৰিয়তে শিক্ষাৰ্থীসকল নিশ্চয়কৈ ভালেখিনি উপকৃত হৈছে। পুনৰ আন এটি বিষয় লৈ আমি আপোনালোকৰ মাজলৈ আহিম। নমস্কাৰ।